Hello and welcome to Build With Me, a channel that celebrates making and encourages you to unlock your creativity. You'll see not only cool projects, but get tips on how to try them yourself. In 2019, LEGO released the NASA Apollo 11 Lunar Lander kit to celebrate the 50th anniversary of the first moon landing. The kit included a lunar surface, Apollo descent and ascent stages, and of course, 2 astronauts. Today, I'll knoll and build the 1,087 part kit in stop motion. Let's build! The moon orbits the Earth at an average distance of 238,000 miles and is thought to have formed approximately 4.5 billion years ago. While LEGO rendered the lunar surface in dark gray plastic, the actual surface of the moon is covered in rocky dust known as regolith. This regolith is unlike Earth soil. Regolith probably formed primarily as a result of mechanical weathering, where rocks grind against each other into smaller and smaller parts. And due to a lack of organic matter, it isn't even actually soil. The mechanical weathering leaves sharp edges on the particles, kind of like stepping on a Lego brick. The United States embarked on the Apollo program at the beginning of the 1960s, in a time now known as the space race. On May 25, 1961, President John F. Kennedy gave a speech before Congress calling for the United States to put a man on the moon and safely return him before the decade was out. I always appreciated that "and safely return him" was explicitly stated. As anybody who's played Kerbal Space Program knows, getting there is only part of the challenge. The Apollo program was a massive undertaking, and many engineering challenges lay ahead. Among the most novel challenges was the lander itself, as no one had ever built a vessel capable of landing people on another place in the solar system. NASA selected Grumman Aerospace to build the Apollo Lunar Module. The proposed design used an orbital rendezvous approach where a larger command module remained in lunar orbit and a 2-stage descent and ascent vehicle landed on the moon. After completion of the surface mission, the ascent stage would then lift back off from the moon's surface and redock with the command module already in lunar orbit. Such a large program could not have been undertaken by one company alone. Many other contractors were critical to the program, including Raytheon for the Apollo guidance and MIT Instrument Laboratories for the primary guidance, navigation, and control system. In total, 10 lunar modules were produced at a total cost in today's dollars of $29.8 billion. Of these, 6 remain on the moon. On July 16, 1969, the 3-man crew of the Apollo 11 mission, Neil Armstrong, Ed Buzz Aldrin, and Michael Collins lifted off from the Kennedy Space Center atop a Saturn V rocket. A little more than 4 days later, Neil Armstrong first stepped foot on the moon. Another 19 minutes later, he was joined by Buzz Aldrin. However, it was not a trip without surprises. The area of the moon at the southern Sea of Tranquility that they landed on was carefully selected for its flat and smooth terrain. During the actual descent, the astronauts discovered that the automatic guidance computer had steered them towards an area with many boulders. Armstrong took over semi-manual control of the descent and steered the lander towards a more promising location. The 2 astronauts called the ascent stage home for the portion of the mission on the lunar surface. Intended for only a short visit, the ascent stage only had 235 cubic feet of volume. It was compact, to say the least. Neil Armstrong and Ed Buzz Aldrin spent just under 22 hours on the moon. Much has been made of the small computing power offered by the Apollo guidance computer compared to modern technology. An equally interesting comparison can be made of battery technology. Batteries were absolutely vital to the Apollo mission. The lunar module was powered by 2 non-rechargeable batteries. The batteries totaled about 2.5 times the amp hours of a modern Tesla Model 3 rechargeable battery pack. Set up by Apollo 11 astronauts depicted in the LEGO kit was the Lunar Laser Ranging Experiment. Very accurate measurements of the distance from the Earth to the Moon can be taken by bouncing lasers off this surface. It works by measuring how long it takes the sender to receive an echo from their laser. In the case of the distance from the Earth to the Moon, it's about 1.3 seconds. These measurements have offered experimental evidence of Einstein's theory of gravity and the stability of gravitational forces over time. Well, that's it. Thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe. Let me know in the comments below what other types of projects you'd like to see in the future.